Hello and good afternoon and welcome to an update from BJ Conan Modelling. So in this video I'm going to be showing you some of the progress that I've made on the Big Red 1 mid-war US US Army for bolt action. It could be used for chain of command, but I'll be using the bolt action rules. So previously I had one squad, and after that I went around and I had loads of sprues in the garage, so I've built up those, and I also remembered that I had started an American Army a few years ago now, and I thought I'd sold it off, but in fact what I'd sold off is all the armoured elements of the army and some squads, but I'd actually kept the Rangers because from what I remember they were so fiddly to put together. I thought if I ever come back to this project and at a later date, I'll hang on to those. So I kept the Rangers, and I kept the 50 cal and 30 cal as well. So I was quite pleased with that when when I found them in a box. They need a bit of repair work and I had to repaint them, but I'll show them off in a second. So what I've been up to is this. So I painted this squad that you've already seen, which consists of one machine gunner, one BAR, and the rest have got carbines or Garans. So that's what I showed off last time. So what I've done previously is this. So go back to the back. First thing, I've got an engineer squad. Now the engineer squad I've made up out of the Rangers, and so the guy carrying a Bangalore tube. Apparently they did have mine clearance equipment in North Africa, so that's going to be counted as that. I've also got the NCO in the squad, which is this guy. I could get him out of the sun, which is this guy. So quite pleased with him. He's sort of holding the unit up before they advance. And something else, excuse my wrist, something else I did was the engineers can have a flamethrower. So what I've done is I've made, there's a bit of grass on there or something, but I've made a flame burst, which was quite straightforward to do. There were a few tutorials on YouTube, but if you would like a tutorial on how to do that, then please leave a comment below and I'll see what I can do. But it's quite straightforward, and that will look quite good when it's painted up, firing its bout of flame over into the enemy ranks. So that's that one. I've also painted another engineer squad, but this time I've done nothing fancy with the flamethrower crew at the back. They'd literally just been a little bit of an outbreak, a rocky area, and they're ready for their soft tone wash, which I'll give them later, and then start building the colours back in. So I've done that. I've also painted up another mid-war US infantry squad, which is one machine gun, one BAR, and the rest of carbines and Garans. So this is the NCO with his grease gun, getting the guys to advance. So quite pleased with those. I've also painted a commander who seems to be sleepy. So that's one of the Warlord Games metal figures. One of the guys that came in the pack, I've managed to break off the Thompson machine gun bit, so he's gone to the naughty box and will probably either be repaired or replaced. So again, quite straightforward colours. I've really sort of not taken. I've tried to make them sort of look tabletop, but I haven't sort of spent hours and hours on each figure. It's been quite a quick paint job, which I think is quite effective. So I've gone for the 3 feet rule. So I've also painted up 50 cal. Now, to be honest, I painted this unit for the European theatre, so it just needed to be repainted basically. So I gave the trousers a coat of leather brown, and sort of just re-highlighted some of the jacket, and gave it a dry brush, which has worked quite nicely. A little tip I picked up from 7th Son. And there's the ammunition carrier. So that's quite a nice little unit. Then we've got some observers. Some of these bases aren't finished yet. I've run out of tufts, and so I've got to get some tufts to finish them off. And I've also noticed that I'm going to try and do some more work on the cork that I've added onto the base. I'm going to do some more work on that and sort of make the figures pop a little bit, because they are quite camouflaged on it. Again, this is another little conversion of a medic. So a bit of blood for the blood god. Oop, leaking out of a wound. So I've had a couple of spare figures. So I've put them on a base as my medical team. Bazooka, because it wouldn't be the US infantry without a bazooka. So he's originally from one of the mortar squads, and what I've done is I lost the actual mortar itself, and so I've relocated the guys throughout the army. So he's got his fingers in his ears as his colleagues lets off one of the charges, and I think quite nicely the little mortar bombs look quite good, sort of behind the firer of the weapon, to sort of make it look like he's ready to go. Also, there's 250 cows. I've got another 230 cows. I've got another 30 cow to paint up, because the US infantry can take 3 medium machine guns, which is quite nice. And again, it wouldn't be the US army without tank crew, who at the moment haven't got any tanks, which is quite unfortunate, but I'm sure that will be sorted out soon. And also, again, it wouldn't be the US army without a Willys Jeep. Now, the Willys Jeep, again, is one that I bought historically from Warlord. It didn't go in the previous sale. Now, the reason why I've based it is because anybody that's built one of the Warlord Games metal Willys Jeeps will know the pain that it can be to go together. So I thought, if it's going to be handled in gaming, on gaming tables, if I give it a base, that way there's less chance of it falling to bits. I'm not saying it's a bad kit, because I really enjoy building it, and I especially enjoy painting it, but it's just a little bit fragile. Again, this is one that I've had for a while. I gave it a repaint, repainted the soldiers, and really quite pleased with how that's come up on the base. I'm quite pleased the way that Luke's app's basing material works, to be honest, because I haven't had to do too much to it. So that's the army that I've done so far. I've got to just finish off some of the basing, but overall I am quite pleased. On the tray next to me, I've probably got 50 infantry to paint. I've also got a priest, which I bought many years ago in a Warlord game sale. So that's something that I'm going to be painting up very shortly to go with this army, as a bit of artillery support. And something that I haven't really worried too much about in wargaming circles is artillery, but I had a bit of birthday money, so I treated myself to the I think it's M3A2, something like that cannon. There's bits of hair on it, something I need to pull off, but so that would look quite good for the again the Desert Sea campaign. That's it for the video for today. Watching all your stuff. Sorry for the shaky camera today. My normal camera has gone into the repair shop, so I'm using my iPad, which is a bit more unwieldy. So thanks for watching. I'm watching all your videos and enjoying the content, and I'm commenting. I'm catching up on a few videos, so if I haven't commented, then apologies. I am sort of hoping to get there. I hope you're enjoying the sunshine, and keep safe everyone, and see you all again soon.